Korean soups and stews for 5 days.
Let's make budae-jjigae. Grab a shallow pot, cabbage, spam, some tofu, mushrooms, fish cakes, and some kimchi.
Let's make our soup base. Gochujang, soy sauce, mirin, and ramen seasoning.
Pour in our sauce and some anchovy broth.
Water break.
Bring it up to a boil, add your noodles. Cover and cook for 2 minutes. Finish with some scallions.
There we have it.
Let's make a Christmas stew for my country in Guyana called Pepperpot. I'm using about 3 pounds of beef. In a pot, olive oil. In goes your meat. Brown for about 5 minutes. 1 whole chopped onion. 2 tablespoons of garlic and pepper paste. 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. Teaspoon of salt. A teaspoon of freshly cracked pepper. 1 cinnamon stick, about 4 cloves, a couple sprigs of thyme, 4 riri peppers or any hot pepper of your choice, a chunk of ginger, a couple of orange peels, and for the main ingredient, half a cup of casrip. Casrip is made from cassava, or also known as yuca. Ooh! Mix, mix, mix. Cook for about 3 to 4 minutes. For more depth of flavor, cover in beef broth. Mix it all up and bring to a boil. Skim off any fat. Now drop your heat down low and simmer for about 3 hours. Ooh, but look at that. Don't forget your flatbread. And there you have it, guys.
One of the best feelings ever is coming home to a house that smells like food, specifically pot roast. And they let the wrong one get 3-minute videos because I love to talk. So I'm going to walk y'all through how I made my roast. First, you're going to take that bag and throw it away. We're just going to put the pot roast directly in the crock pot, pour the packet on it, and then it says 1/4 cup of water. I'm going to try not to talk too much because there's actually some good ASMR sounds. Alright, I'm going to tan because I don't have to do anything for at least another hour. When I came back in from tanning, I got my little gravy mixture together. So I just used 2 packs of gravy and a little bit of beef bouillon. And I just put 2 cups of water in it. And I whisk it up really, really well so that there's no lumps or clumps. You just want to like mix it around and get it real acquainted with those flavors. And then I also flipped it. And from here on out, we're going to cook it on low. So the first hour you put it on high. And then once you add your gravy mixture in, you're going to put it on low. And you're actually going to cook it until it's tender, a little tender, but not all the way done. And then you're going to add your veggies. And I like to add a little bit more water. Oh my gosh, you guys. I left the house and I came back and it smelled so freaking amazing. So we're just gonna give the little spoon test. Whenever I can like cut it with the spoon, I know it's really tender and it's like falling apart. So I'm gonna take it out. That's gonna allow me to season the veggies and mix them up really well. And I just need a moment for this sky. Like, look at that sky. Yes. So once I got the fat off the pot roast, I'm gonna shred it up. And I did it a little differently this time, and I'm gonna do it like this from here on out. I just put the veggies in first, and I top it with the meat, and then if I want a little more of that like gravy sauce, I'm gonna just drizzle it right on top like that. Gots to have the cornbread.
Today I'm going to be showing you a traditional Parsi recipe called Jardaloo Sali Boti that literally translates into apricots, potato crisps and meat. It's one of my absolute favorite dishes to make, especially as we're coming into the winter period. And the whole premise behind the dish is really to marry the sweet, sour and spicy flavors. So I'll be showing you how we do that today. At the moment I'm just chopping up garlic and ginger and putting it into a mortar and pestle. And that translates literally to adulasan, which is ginger and garlic. Just smash that up nicely. It looks something like that, and then you've got your diced onions. I'm just lining the pan with a thin layer of oil. I'll put in my hard spices and my 2 bay leaves and a dried Kashmiri chili, and you want that to really just infuse the oil with that lovely flavor. Once you do that, pop in your diced onions, and you're going to turn the heat to low. Pop your tin tomatoes in a separate pan and put in your chili powder and turmeric, and that's going to simmer for a really long time. So what I'm showing you here is just the amount of time it really takes, about 45 minutes to get that onion softened up, aromatic, and in a place where you're ready to put in the ginger and garlic and the meat. So here I am putting in the ginger and garlic. It should be about that color before you want to be putting in any kind of meat, because it will go one shade lighter. So I've used lamb today, but you're welcome to use goat. It's traditionally used in this dish. And then I'm putting in that tomato and spices, which I'd been simmering for 45 minutes as well. Turn the flame to high. You just really want to seal the meat at this point and let all of that flavour sort of infuse together before putting in your water and dried apricots, which is what I'm doing here. And you can see that's sort of how it should be looking. You're sealing off the meat. You want to get that really nice brown colour on the outside before you want to actually put that in the oven. So that's what I'm doing here. It's what I call a slow cook method. So I've put some foil on top and a little lid, and we're going to let that cook for about an hour and a half. So just, you know, go do something else in the meantime. This is my cat Marley. Go play with your cat. But when it comes out of the oven, it should look something like this. The oil has split, the meat is falling off the bone, and if you give it a taste, you should feel the flavors infused at this point. I'm then putting some of those potato crisps we call Sali on top. It might be a little bit hard to find in Auckland, but you can just use potato chips as well. And this is the finished product. I absolutely love how this turned out. Give it a go at home. I promise you, you will not be disappointed.